I looked around that devastation, and there I saw, as they started to make anew that land, the dust carts that were dusting away the flesh in dust form, the particles that once were their citizens, brushing it all under their massive carpet, steel structures being laid down as they tried to make anew that which they had left. Well, when I came back, I found they were a rich, abundant country, maybe not as rich as where I came from, but they still had enough money to have an army, to have weapons, to be able to blow people out of the sky of foreign countries that they were never going to have wars with, enough to feed their strong army, clothe them, enough to do all these wasteful things. The poor countries and rich countries alike seemed to have the same kind of budget. And now they grew on that land. They put their metal structures, built their tall buildings as if nothing had happened, as if there was no shame for them to feel. I couldn't help feel the sadness of the people that lived there that had had nothing, that their own government felt no pain for them, left them to starve and rot, and then killed them all, burned them alive. What atrocities had taken place there? Did their army, well fed and well dressed and well clothed and well everything, did they stand by with their guns ready to shoot those who tried to leave their houses, so that one way or another, either by metal or by fire, they would die? And yet now that metal and fire was building their new structures, so that Angeles City would be a shining example to the world of what they can do. And no doubt, in a few years' time, if I ever go back to Angeles City, I will see skyscrapers and flashy buildings, much like those of London. No one will ever remember or know about those citizens who lived in Angeles City, those real people, those poor people who suffered, who were more entitled to the name of that city. They were the angels, not me, however much they said that I was. I was not an angel. They were the angels. They were the ones who put up with the suffering, whilst they must have known in their heart that they didn't have to, that there was always a better way for people to live, and elsewhere they did. And maybe it is them that God will forgive for all the things that they were forced to do, the things I saw in their eyes, but they did them nevertheless, for it was the only way they could survive. And it's easy for people to judge, people who don't have to ever get down on their hands and knees and get their souls dirty by doing things that others have to do, because it is the only way that they can get money from the likes of us, who would pay for such things. And yet we will be the first to criticize them as if we are more moral. And yet they died in suffering and pain. They were the fallen angels. And those that set fire to them, that burnt out the dreams from their very souls, those are the ones that shall burn forever for their actions and inactions before that. So Angeles City is dead. Even the name they've changed, so that no one will remember it. But I will. And it's ironic. There's so many stories I've reported on and I don't remember any of them. And yet this one the one that changed me forever, the one that put me back on the line, that made me a human being worth being human. It showed me that there was more to life than just self-gain. It is the thing that I shall always remember. And as long as I have breath in this body, I shall tell that story to the world, so that no matter how many fires that they set upon people, of generations to come, of the other Andrus cities that are already there on this planet, of the many that are there, that I shall be here to make sure that their story is never quiet, and that everybody knows of what mankind is capable of doing. I shall always be here to tell that story. And now, so shall you. That was the end. 15 minutes. Fine, that's 2 parts. Oh dear. Hope their light flickering didn't spoil it.